The haunted hotel stood tall and imposing, its darkened windows and decaying facade a testament to its eerie history. As a paranormal investigator, I had visited many haunted locations, but the stories surrounding this particular hotel sent shivers down my spine. Ignoring the warnings of locals, I embarked on a solo investigation, eager to uncover the truth behind the hotel's haunting legacy. As I stepped into the lobby, a cold breeze whispered through the corridors, carrying with it a haunting melody that seemed to echo from a distant era. The air was heavy with the scent of stale perfume, as if the hotel still clung to the memories of long-gone guests. My heart pounded as I ascended the creaking staircase to the upper floors. The dimly lit hallways seemed to stretch infinitely, with flickering lights casting eerie shadows on the walls. A sense of trepidation settled over me, but I pressed on, determined to confront whatever paranormal entities lurked within. The hotel's history revealed tales of a tragic fire that had consumed the building decades ago, claiming the lives of many guests and staff. Legend had it that the souls of the deceased still roamed the halls, their spirits unable to find rest. In one of the abandoned rooms, I set up my equipment, thermal cameras, EVP recorders, and motion sensors, all designed to capture any signs of paranormal activity. As the night deepened, the atmosphere grew heavier, as if the spirits sensed my intrusion and grew restless. A sudden chill filled the room, and the temperature dropped drastically. I shivered, not from the cold, but from the unnerving presence that seemed to envelop me. The air crackled with an otherworldly energy, and I knew I was not alone. A flickering light in the corner of the room caught my attention. I turned my camera towards it, hoping to capture evidence of a supernatural presence. As I reviewed the footage, I was stunned to see a shadowy figure materialize from the light, its form indistinct and ethereal. My heart raced as I realized I had captured the apparition of a ghostly figure on camera. It lingered for a few moments before vanishing into thin air, leaving me both terrified and excited by the validation of the hotel's haunting legends. As the night wore on, I continued my investigation, moving from room to room in search of more evidence. The hotel seemed to come alive with unseen activity, the sound of footsteps, distant whispers, and doors slamming shut on their own accord. In one room, I encountered a mirror that seemed to reflect an alternate reality. My reflection stared back at me, but behind it, I could see a distorted image of the hotel's tragic past, the flames of the long-ago fire dancing in the reflection. Unable to tear my eyes away, I felt an irresistible force drawing me closer to the mirror. As I reached out to touch its surface, a sharp pain shot through my hand, and I recoiled in horror. The mirror's surface seemed to ripple with malevolence, as if it held a portal to a realm of darkness. With trembling hands, I backed away from the mirror, my mind filled with images of the tragic fire and the tormented souls trapped within. The hotel's history of suffering and despair was now all too real, and I knew I had stumbled upon an entity that fed off the pain of its past. As the clock struck midnight, the hotel's haunting melodies grew louder, resonating through the corridors with an eerie resonance. The walls seemed to vibrate with the spectral choir, and I felt an overwhelming sense of dread. In my search for answers, I ventured into the hotel's basement, a place rumored to be the epicenter of its haunting. The air grew thick and suffocating, and the flickering lights cast menacing shadows that danced on the walls. A ghostly apparition materialized before me, a woman in a tattered dress, her eyes hollow and filled with sorrow. She reached out to me, and I could feel her pain and anguish, as if they were my own. "You shouldn't have come here," she whispered, her voice a haunting echo of the past. "Leave while you still can, or you'll be trapped here forever." Her warning reverberated in my mind, but I couldn't tear myself away. Instead, I felt compelled to confront the ghostly figure and help her find peace. With empathy and determination, I spoke to her, offering words of solace and understanding. As I listened to her tragic tale, a deep sadness enveloped me, and I vowed to help her find closure. In the depths of the haunted hotel, I unraveled the truth behind the woman's suffering. A love lost and a life cut short by the flames that consumed the hotel long ago. With compassion and respect, I urged her to let go of her pain and find her way to the afterlife. In a burst of blinding light, the woman's form dissipated, leaving behind a sense of peace that lingered in the air. The hotel seemed to sigh in relief, as if the restless spirits had finally found their way to rest. Exhausted but victorious, I emerged from the haunted hotel, forever changed by the encounter. The spirits had taught me that some tragedies leave an indelible mark on the fabric of reality, and that the souls of the departed could be guided to peace with understanding and compassion. As I stepped back into the world of the living, I knew that the haunted hotel would forever be etched in my memory, a place where the shadows of the past came alive, and the line between the living and the dead blurred into a haunting symphony of pain and redemption.